Hey there YouTube, Superbrain AK here, and well, I've got the MC-3000 on the bench, and I'm going to talk about the different software that you can use to program it and use it. I'm going to first start out with the app. I have an iPhone, so it'll be different for Android, but should be pretty much the same. Get you closer in here, and zoom down on the phone. So, to install it, you want to open up the App Store, search MC-3000, and then once you do that, you can open it up here, and then it'll look for the charger and pair it. Now it doesn't, doesn't fully like stay paired and whatnot, so you don't have to do it in the settings. It'll automatically connect. But here we've got the main screen, and you might be able to hear its fan because it is discharging on all three at 1 amp. See the temperatures there, 32, 29, 32. So this is the main screen. You can see a quick voltage level just to see the state of charge. And certain parameters. If you go down here to the bottom on details, you can see the graph, and there's that. Now the graph is stored in the Bluetooth, but I don't believe it will survive a soft power cut. Let's test that. So I have it plugged in with USB, and I'm going to unplug it from the back. So fan turned off, input volt too low, but it is still on and paired. So if I go ahead and clear the app, and details, hey, look at that, the graph is still there. Not much of one, but it's only been running for 3 minutes, but it is still there. So if I go ahead and plug it back into power, I will have to reset it. It doesn't show you the milliamp hours, which gets reset. So, anyway, more on soft power cuts when talking about the actual app, or the software. But, let's restart it in its program. Oops. So, this is where you go to change the programs up in the gear in the top right corner. So I've got some programs here, and you go ahead and click plus to create a new program. Then you have the 4 slots that you can set. And so if all are blue, that's going to be for all 4 slots. So when you start this program, it'll redo all 4 slots. So we'll save that as slots all, charge current 1 amp, capacity 2000. It's going to be a little low, but you can start or edit it. Go ahead and start. And so that started those, and that started that. So that is only a temporary program that's running on it. It's not actually stored in the 30 programs on the hardware interface. It's just stored on the app. So yeah, if you have things running, but you don't want to start, you want to start like a new cell. So say I wanted to do slot 1 as a discharge. Oh yeah, this is where you change the chemistry And the type, oops, that's lithium ion discharge. Now it's only for slot 1, so we'll go ahead and save. And slot 1 discharge, start. So that'll only go for slot 1 instead of doing it for all 4, which is what I recommend. Just have a program for each slot. So that way you don't have to remake the program, you've already made it if you have something running already. So now there isn't a way to export from this. If you go to details, there isn't really anything you can do with this. So this little gear doesn't do anything. The only way to export is with the PC software. So let's get into that. So you don't really have to disconnect the app, but we'll go ahead and turn that off. So let's get on to the PC software. So I got my little tablet here. Let's get that in frame there. By the way, that's the power stages with the new heatsink. Refocus there. There you go. That looks better. So I'm going to open up the link in my description, which will bring you to the main page of the charger. So you should see something like this. And you can see what it looks like there. So what you want to do is go all the way to the right here, downloads. And you can see you got instruction manual, cheat sheets, client, and firmware. This is also where you would update the firmware. So these are both .rars, so you will need an extraction software like pzip, for example, or 7-zip should be able to do it as well. And go ahead and click download. I already have it downloaded. This will be a very similar process. It'll just be an executable that you run to update it. Mine is already updated. So have something like pzip installed. This is the installer for pzip. And then you would have downloaded this RAR archive. It's only 290K. And then you double click if you have pzip set for to open RARs, and click extract in new folder. And you can see user downloads, extract in new folder, and that'll go. And you can close this, and you can see it created a new folder. And well, it doesn't really need a new folder, but that's just to separate it from the other one I had. And then double click the executable, which is 655K. Go ahead and minimize those, and you have the software. So we've got a big graph here. This only works if you've started the program from the computer software. It doesn't pull anything besides the current mode from the charger, which you can click this button, which you can't see. There you go. The load from device button down here. Once you click the setting on the top, read all slots data from device. Continue. Okay. So that'll just update what the parameters are. You can also check for firmware version here, and you can change. I think. Is it not happy about something? It's not happy about something. Oh. Click stop, because you have to start things from the app. You can see That's now stopped and waiting. And then on the software, so now I can go in and change the settings. So here, let's go to charge, 2 amps, cycles, charge current, discharge current, cycle count. You can also click these 3 buttons to the side to get even more parameters. Discharge end current, and charge end current, end voltage for charge, and resting time, change the cycle modes, nickel metal hydride delta voltage termination, and then trickle charge, restart voltage or hold voltage, whole bunch of extra parameters. Go ahead and click OK. And then I could send that to the device. So then it will see that on the slot. Now it changed on the charger. And then you can see what it's doing. Nope. Alright, because it's program. And now it just loaded all the programs back from the memory. It's internal memory. But anyway, go and click OK. And then start. So charger's going. So it's discharging everything. So now you can, once that's going, you can see these little checkboxes and add more lines to the graph. And then you can do that for all the slots. Do the different parameters. And then this is where you can go ahead, either when it's done or in the middle, you can click the save button here. And it'll save either a bitmap. Don't want to. Oh, it will save a bitmap and a CSV, a comma separated value Excel sheet. The bitmap, you can tell it where to go. So let's go 2020. Haven't gotten used to that yet. -01-15. So I'll save the bitmap here in my documents. You can see I have some there already. And then in the folder that the executable is, you can see a CSV here. We'll go ahead and open that with LibreOffice. And then you can see it's going to be importing. So just make sure it should just be the default settings, and you can get a preview in here. And then, so this is what we've been doing so far. So voltage, current, capacity for number 1, and then you get to number 2. We don't have anything running on that. And then number 3, number 3, time. So yeah. And then you can save this as an actual Excel sheet. But so that is exporting. So now if the power accidentally goes out, you can still save the program, the data from what was going, as long as the app is on and the charger still has the power. Right now it's being powered from the USB. So this is a soft power cut. As I unplugged it from its main power. Now you can't restart it, and don't if you want to save the data, but I can still go in here, save the data. Go ahead and replace the day as 1. Save charge data, and then we can see, open that thing because it should have updated, overwritten. Yep. So we still have the data from it with a soft power cut. And you can put your computer to sleep as long as the USB ports stay powered. So if the power accidentally goes out and you've been using the app or the software, you can still get the data from it, which is neat. So yeah, that should be pretty much it. I did make a list over here, so yeah, I think that's it. That's a wrap, and hope you learned something. I figured I'd make this video to show people the software, and that, sure, it's complicated, but it is relatively intuitive once you get used to the interfaces and stuff. Now, I do wish that they would be able to actually set and run the programs that are stored in it, which would make it a whole lot more, full circle, instead of PC software controls it on its own thing. That the PC software actually doesn't have any memory really besides what's currently set or pulls from the device. And then the app, you can save the programs, but you don't have it doesn't save it on here. So if you used a different phone or something, or you didn't have your phone connected currently, you could still run the programs. But oh well, that will come in time, hopefully, eventually. I wonder if anyone has made any third-party software. That would be pretty cool to see. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you guys in the next video, because, well, I may have an oscilloscope now. Yeah, DS1054Z, and it actually came fully software unlocked, so it's got all the bandwidth and everything and features. So stay tuned for some oscilloscope fun, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.